Here we are then, troops, carrying on with the most brutal test, the one that everyone's meant to fail within the French Foreign Legion, that Magnus is attempting. Check out the original video in the description. Please like, share and subscribe. It's hugely appreciated, but let's get into it.
I was so surprised when I saw you, because they said somebody will come from the YouTube. I was like, there will be someone like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I saw you, I was like, what?
I see you have a little bit of a nosebleed. It was from yesterday, right?
I don't know if it's broken, but
oh, your nose is maybe broken.
Maybe yes.
Oh,
but
shit.
I have to wait until tomorrow to get the medal, and then I can ask for the doctor.
Oh, so you can't ask before?
I can, but
then you're out.
Have to finish it.
Oh, okay.
So
That's hardcore. Alright, talk to you later.
As you can see, the other guys are still moving, still going. He's got his jumper, cut jacket on, hat on. So maybe, you know, giving them a break, got to be treated slightly different. And it's mad to hear that they can't see the doctor. They can't get medical staff, medical treatment before. Otherwise, they may get booted off. And it looks like they will get booted off the course. Even if they just go and see him and speak to him. So, you know, they are tough, very disciplined, very strict, and there's no wokeness in the French Foreign Legion.
I don't want to get people in trouble here if we're talking to them, but that's pretty hardcore.
That's fair enough. That's really good of him.
Nose, but he can't get it checked, because if he gets any medical attention, he's out. I mean, this probably just looks like a lot of fun on camera and stuff, you know. You make it fun with music and editing and stuff, but being here, looking how much like these guys are struggling, no, it's way harder than I thought it'd be. Really admire what these guys do.
Look how cold and miserable they are.
Snack, majuscula, давай. On coupe sur le bord.
Piscine? Plus de piscine. You still wet, or you changed to warm clothes?
Warm clothes now.
How does it feel?
It's better.
Feels good, right? What are you looking forward to the most after this is finished?
I guess just relaxing, man. And a bit of food.
Yeah, food?
Wouldn't hurt, yeah.
What is the first meal you're gonna have? You know?
Something, yeah, a lot of fat, a lot of calories, that's for sure.
Hamburger with the fries.
Hamburger with fries.
Pizza, you name it.
So for those that have never experienced it, being cold and wet is miserable. I've spent weeks on end. I remember a JNCO, Junior NCO Carter course I did, where we were just wet in the day doing section attacks, running through rivers and streams. It was raining in Brecon. We would get into our dry kit, and then that night, get our wet kit back on. We'd get beasted in streams again, put our dry kit on, go to bed, wake up, put your wet kit on, and do that for weeks. It is miserable. So I know exactly how these guys are feeling. It's horrible, trust me. Hard, really hard mentally to stay strong when you're constantly cold and wet. Look how nice that looks though. Unbelievable. What a place to be.
So how long have you been here for now?
For now, it's been approximately 6 to 7 months.
6 to 7 months.
Since I joined the Legion, yeah.
And you have to be here 5 years in total, right? To get
5 years is obligatory at first.
Okay,
And
right.
then if you want to, you can either leave or, yeah, continue.
Right. And I heard that when you enter, you get like an alias. You're not allowed to have your real name.
Yeah, they give you a new name.
So what's your alias?
My alias right now is
That's your alias, not your real name.
alias, yeah.
So you got like a kind of Swedish sounding alias.
Yeah. And also they show you a list when you arrive.
Oh, you can choose your
Yeah.
alias.
From ones
cool.
you think is better suiting, I guess.
Yeah. Some of the people are a little bit behind.
That's mental, isn't it? You go and join another nation's army and they give you pretty much a new identity, an alias, whole new name that you've got to then take on. You are no longer known by that old name. You are now known by this name. So that's another thing you've got to remember on top of learning French and all the military skills.
Though, I mean, they've done a lot. But I think out of everyone so far, you seem to be one of the ones who handled this the best. Like, you don't seem like, also when we were in the truck earlier, There were no cameras or anything, and we were talking a bunch. Like the other guys seemed like they were sleeping, a lot of them, but he was like chatty, talking about Sweden and no way.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess it's just try to stay positive, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what it's try to stay positive,
How old are
think
you?
forward. I'm 21.
21.
Young,
21 years
good
old,
effort
yeah.
then for a 21-year-old.
What does your parents think of you being here?
It's young to
They
be
weren't
there
too
as well.
happy when I told them, but
They weren't?
yeah,
Because they heard about the French Foreign Legion.
yeah,
and
they knew a little bit before
Right.
about it, and
What did you tell them?
I just told them like,
My choice?
this is my choice, this is what I want to do now, and I'm a grown up, so I can, make
Yeah.
my own choice, I guess. It is what it is.
It's young to go and join them, isn't it? That's 5 years of your life dedicated to the French Foreign Legion.
Hvor kommer du fra i Sverige?
Jag kom från Jämtland.
Ah, okej, så nära gränsen till Norge?
Ja, bästa stället i Sverige.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking at the
This
kit
was
they're wearing,
supposed to
pretty
be a 4
basic. They've obviously got the drill weapons, and then some form of issued day sack with their issued kit, and then all got skinheads. Very routine disciplines, smart, neat, no different hairstyles. They're all exactly the same, and then you can see the instructors have got their own sort of haircut that they can grow once they've actually passed.
Hike, that's what they told us. And we've been hiking for 2 hours already. And that's just to play with the heads, you know.
He calls it hiking. It's either tabbing or yomping, is a more tactical name for it, or some form of loaded march.
You have to expect the unexpected. It's just like disconnecting the brain and do what you're told. But the crazy thing is that this feels like a rest compared to everything else we're doing. Marching like this, it's just like recovery basically. So I'm gonna go through the obstacle course with the adjutant. He's a little bit intimidating, so a little bit nervous. All right, so I'm gonna go through the obstacles. 10 minutes, they say is a good time. I think that would have been easy if it wasn't for the fact that I'm completely exhausted right now. We just marched for 2.5 hours and we ran the last bit with backpacks, weapons, and now doing this, I just need to follow the instructions in French and do my best. All right, yeah, let's go.
And Magnus is a fit guy, strong and fit.
Just hit my head a couple of times, but luckily I have a thick head. Oh, sorry. That guy has not been through Hell Week like me, so it's easier for him. Okay, right.
Loving this obstacle course. Absolutely brilliant. I'm surprised that wasn't just a normal sort of leopard crawl through there. It was more of like a side sort of crawl.
It's hard to balance when you're sore.
There's a really interesting obstacle course there. I love the tunnel. Gets a lot of guys who are claustrophobic. 5 minutes has been going now. Loads of tyres to try and get through.
Right now I've just shut down my brain. I'm not thinking about it. I'm just doing like I'm told.
Getting speeding up, nice towards the finish. Really 100% effort. 6 minutes.
And fun fact, we're actually doing this next to France's biggest prison, where all the most criminal murders and the R-word and stuff.
Interesting.
They should come out here and do this. This is punishment.
And I can guarantee, obviously, he's a YouTuber, he's a rock climber, so fair play to him for doing this. Especially in the UK military, and I can't imagine in the French Foreign Legion, you would not be allowed to sit around like that and just lay down and try and catch your breath up. You'd have to stand up and catch your breath back that way. But, hats off to him for even attempting this.
6 minutes. Oh, wow. That was good. I think my legs are sore, but I still have my upper body strength, and that's important for this stuff. But then again, I haven't done as much as these guys, so they're probably way more wasted than I am. But it's cool. This is like the first time where I feel like I can use my climbing strength a little bit. So what they told me was that a few people had already deserted, meaning that they had just left the camp without telling anyone, probably running through the woods, hoping to make it to Italy, which is the closest country, without getting caught. If they got caught, they would end up in prison. And that's when I understood the seriousness of what I was taking part in, you know. For me, I'm here to make a video and to show you guys this experience, but for everyone else, this is super serious. If they choose not to complete this, they might end up in prison. What's your alias?
Agina.
Agina, that's when you come here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they call you Agina.
It sounds good, man. I love the name.
You're from Kenya?
Yeah, I'm from Kenya.
Kenya. What made you come here?
From Kenya.
I left a well-paying job to do this.
Oh, you had a well-paying job in your country?
Yeah.
Did you do a lot of training to come here, or just show up?
Mentally.
Mentally training.
Yeah.
How's your swimming?
Oh, that was very bad.
Is it very bad? Well, that must be super scary to come here if you can't swim.
I had not learned swimming before.
No?
Yeah, but
And you come here, you know that there's going to be swimming, and you don't know how to swim.
I don't know how to swim.
That must be terrifying.
I think that was the hardest part of the training for me.
Yeah.
But I had very good friends. I made some friends, and they kept encouraging me.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm good right now, but
you can swim.
I can
float,
swim. I can float.
Yeah,
I can go a little bit because when I came, I couldn't even float.
Okay, well, you would sink.
Yeah, it was very difficult for me. But
what do you think is the hardest part about being here? Is it the food? Is it the sleep? Is it the cold? What is it?
For me, there's nothing hard. It's mentally. If you, it's the mental health. If you're mentally stable and you think you can do it, there's nothing difficult.
Yeah, you just have to shut off your brain and just do.
What's more important is discipline. If you're very disciplined, you can do it. It's not easy, but it's the mental health. For me, I know if this is what I want, this is what I came for. I left people back at home and they were...
Yeah. Now, how long are you planning on staying here?
No, the rest of my life.
The rest of your life?
The rest of his life.
What does your family think of you coming here?
My mom was against it. I also had my girlfriend. By that time, she was pregnant with my...
Yeah.
And she was supportive and...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
so you have a kid back home then?
Yeah, I do. I've never met her because I came when my girlfriend was pregnant.
Do you send, do you sometimes call
That's
them? Or?
Mad. He's left his girlfriend who was pregnant to come and do this. So obviously I'm guessing once the training's up, he's going to go and meet her and the child. But that's how much he wants to do this. Maybe it does offer a much better life. I don't know. But that's pretty insane.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I do. We do talk.
You do keep in touch?
Yeah.
Is there a little part of you who wants to make the people back home proud?
One part is making myself proud.
Yeah.
Because I had so many people who, my family was so much disappointed.
Disappointed for what?
Because why are you leaving a well-paying job, going to join the military and...
Oh, okay, disappointed that you're coming here.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
For me to be proud and come up strong and make it and tell them I'm doing good, then for me that will be the proudest moment of my life.
It's cool to get to know the guys because they have like such different backgrounds, you know. In most cases, it seems like their family didn't even want them to come here in the first place because they think of this as super dangerous, and it is really dangerous coming here. I mean, most of these guys are going to be sent to actual wars, conflicts, and some of the most dangerous places on Earth, places where no other military wants to go because it's like so dangerous. That's where these guys potentially get sent. So this had really been one of the longest days of my life, and when I heard that we're going back to the fort, I was like just super relieved. They told me that tomorrow was going to be climbing Via Ferrata and an obstacle course. So even though I didn't know what to expect, as long as I didn't have to go back into that cold water, I'm super happy.
A lot of people don't like getting cold and wet. Very common. Commando.
Okay, so they say that 10 minutes is good for this, but from experience, when they say 10 minutes is good, they mean 10 minutes is basically impossible because they've been sandbagging every time so far. This is kind of like a obstacle course, but just a little bit more extreme. You do a lot of traversing, trolling, climbing in nets, jumping over things. And the most important thing is the security, like the safety guiding the carabiners through. If you fail that, you're gonna fail everything. You need to keep your head straight, and that is pretty hard because I've been through a lot. I haven't slept much and haven't eaten much, and it's been an exhausting week. So hopefully I don't forget to clip in anywhere because that would fail me. That guy had to do an extra lap. Oh, he forgot one. Forgot an obstacle. You have to follow the red arrows on the ground, and they're pretty small and spread out, so you could easily miss an arrow and go the wrong direction. Then you have to go all the way back. So they're
finding this interesting. Not seen something like this before. Not done something like this in the UK. Like did high ropes and obstacle courses, etc. But not something like this. So very interesting to see how this is going to go.
a lot of things to remember. I've just gone through it just to look at all the obstacles, and I think I know what to do. So I'm gonna aim for under 10 minutes. This sort of stuff should suit me as a climber, so I would kind of be embarrassed if I didn't do well on this test.
Prêt?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, top!
Nice little handprint there to get you going. Cargo net. So as you can see, they've got to clip themselves in the whole way. Safety first, as always. A lot of elevation in this. So I've done something similar on the Trinasium, not as far though, or on netting. Can be pretty nails to do. He is using pure upper body strength there. Being a climber obviously works for him.
I went the wrong way.
Oh,
yeah, I
no.
know. Here, right?
Obviously he doesn't have an issue with heights at all. Flying 2 minutes in. Like was it free running, etc. I feel like because he's so experienced using ropes and carabiners, it's definitely going to help him.
The obstacles in this course are very different from what I'm used to, but they're actually super fun. The only thing is that clipping in and out takes a lot of time, so I wish that I could go without a harness, because I would have been a lot faster.
Okay, ready?
Yes, yes, en avant.
Rapid, isn't he? You can see, yeah, where like he's really experienced with clipping in and out. You can see a lot of people failing who haven't got that experience, but it's still slowing him down. Oh, he's done it. As always.
Sorry. Also the pathfinding, it's like, where am I going? It's just these small arrows on the ground. Like, I'm not really a big fan of obstacle courses and stuff, but this one was actually pretty cool. Very creative. And especially with this like homemade harness. So now all these guys are doing the same thing. We're all exhausted, so it's like one thing is to do this when you're fresh. Another thing is to do it now after so many days of waking up at 6 a.m. and doing physically demanding stuff all day. Go to bed, next day repeat. And one thing is your body not working, but also my head. Can't even think straight. So that's another thing. Like the guy said, the mental part of this is like just as hard.
It's supposed to be the biggest game of this is the mental. You can get through the physical.
8:48.
But the mental.
That's good. I'm very happy with
insane.
that. Less than 10, they said was good, and 8:48. That's really good. No, I'm happy with that. Now I just want this experience to be over, to be honest. I can't believe these guys are just going to continue like this. I think in the Norwegian army you can leave every now and then, but these guys have been on base for half a year without seeing anyone else, without leaving, or pretty much not leaving the base at all. Eating the food that's here, not seeing any civilians really, their families. It's pretty hardcore. It's admirable what these guys are doing.
They can't leave.
And I really
they are
that.
stuck there. It's hard.
Now it's time for the highlight of the video, the honorary medal ceremony for everyone who's completed the selection. And I just feel super privileged to have been able to take part in this and to get to know the guys and their stories and to swim with them in what felt like 0 degrees water. It's been probably the craziest experience of my life. And as I'm standing there about to receive my medal, I'm feeling honored, but I'm also feeling a little bit nervous.
Initiation commando du PPIR rassemblés sur les rangs, 2 instructeurs, 4 aides-instructeurs, un officier, un sous-officier. Repos.
Bonjour mon colonel. On marche. Remettez les brevets, repos. Légionnaire Gino, à vos soldats mon colonel.
I do enjoy a parade like this. Punching it in his chest, nice. Making sure that pin goes right in.
Bonjour mon colonel.
See, they all speak French now. I've had to learn it.
Magnus, how was the course?
It was
it good?
I love how he's getting
nice
one.
experience,
Getting the medal, pin,
What was your
whatever they call
favorite
it.
experience or this course?
being in the water with the guys.
Yeah. Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Fair play to him. Go on.
Plus.
Putting himself up for this, you know. Rock climber, YouTube. I love how he's trying to march. Magnus is absolutely brilliant, honestly. Fit as anything, mentally strong. Love watching these videos. I love him as a person, but watching him march has got me. And I know he's got no background in the military, so he has no clue. But for a guy that has served and has marched and has been a drill instructor, it does make you giggle. Yeah.
Repos. Pour l'ensemble, garde à vous. Félicitations. Maintenant au club.
Down to the club for a beer.
Look at that. First civilian to have one of these. First and last.
That's what I mean. First,
That is a
first
great
civilian
honor.
to have one of
That
them.
is really, really cool.
Look at that, Commander.
Quite an experience.
Hats off to him. Honestly, hats off to him. Well done, Magnus. Right, what he's put himself through in the 2 videos that he's done is, you know, for someone that hasn't served, like he says, it looks fun, it looks cool. You could add a bit of editing, a bit of music. But when you've been through something like this, some sort of arduous course, and continuously getting battered and beat down and cold and wet, it's another level that you cannot comprehend as a civilian. Honestly, you cannot. So hats off to him for trying that, for getting involved. Like, he really does get involved as well. From what I've seen, he doesn't shy away. He gives everything he's all. He's extremely fit, very mentally resilient. But to have the balls to put yourself in with the French Foreign Legion, with the reputation they have, with the guys that they take on and the training that they do, like, it's extremely impressive, and I've really enjoyed watching this. What an absolute guy. But the marching at the end got me. But absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.